Washington gonna use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To the air goes Daniels, finding Ertz again. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And we're gonna get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Here's Moore, he will return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 and the 26-yard line. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively. CD down 2 scores here, so how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room? Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive. But get started on it. Start chopping into that lead. And maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well. A battle for it, it's intercepted. Into the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line, that's where they'll take over. As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach a point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. Up the middle with Eckler. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either. But through good play call, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play. Able to find the open man, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A nice gain of 21 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now second and 5. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll run with Robinson. Taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going. And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind. Because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either. exactly right about that, partner, and I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football, but that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've gotta find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's gonna get him a 1st down. Straight ahead with A-Chair, and he carries this one passing midfield, striping into Commander territory. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one. Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. He's gonna be out of bounds on what's gonna wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. And all the way in for Miami touchdown. Devon A-Chair, 33 yards. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2. Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes. Tua gonna try and throw for it, and they're gonna get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. McCaffrey on the return. It's gonna be returned from the 2. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs are must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. And his play caller does a nice job of giving an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down. That was second down throw for Daniels. This will be caught by Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 63 yards receiving for him now. That last catch good enough for a first down. Out of the gun after running it, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. I'm sure that's gonna be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving. And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick. Man, he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. Exactly, and a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock. Yeah, exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well. Throwing now is Daniels. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. Now the Dolphins gonna burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Here's Daniels. Taken in by his big tight end, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Robinson, and he'll find his way down right around the 12. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On the give, this is Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll run again. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And they'll move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Washington now gonna use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's a big one now, trying to hold this lead. They're gonna go for it here on 4th down. On the ground with a tight end. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Deep in the red zone, seemed like they had their mind made up that was 4 down territory. And now they've got it inside the 5. I like the way you looked at that because you're thinking just like a play caller and a head coach who gave the play caller that authority. It was 4-down territory, and went for it, picked it up. They didn't get the touchdown, but what a great consolation prize. A new set of downs and another shot at the end zone. For the big tight end, and he's across for the touchdown, and in the final minute that should just about seal it. Here's Cyber now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Cyber now to kick it off. Zone, here comes Eskridge. And he returns this to the 22. First and 10 here. Throwing Tua. That is incomplete. Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're gonna keep firing away till the end. But this one falls incomplete. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there, finding him in stride for really good yardage. But Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it? It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football